ሰላም ተማሪዎች እንደምን አላችሁ? ዛሬ የማት ሳት ዩኒቨርሲቲ ኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም ጥያቄዎችን ይዤላችሁ መጥቻለሁ። Let's start our discussion. A person wants to have 4-digit password. With the first digit is what? Greater than 5. Then how many different passwords the person can create using what? Digits 0 to what? 9. What the number of digits we have? 0 to 9 is what? That is what? The total is what? That is 10. We have 10 number of what? 10 number of digits. But that means what? It is 4-digit password. So this is the first one. This is the second. This is the third. This is the fourth we can take. So as the first digit must be what? Greater than 5 means what? It must be what? Either 6 or it may be 7. It may be what? 8 or it may be what? 9. What the number of options we have what? We have 4 options for the first case. So we take 4. As the second case we have what? 10 options. It may be repeat the digits. The next one also have 10 options. The next also we have 10 options. So we take what? The possibility. That means the product of them, which is equivalent to what? 4 times 10, that is 40. 40 times 10, that's 400. 400 times 10 is what? That is 4,000 options he has. Different passwords the person can create using the digits 0 to 9, that is 4,000. Which one the correct answer? The correct answer is what? That is D. If the statement says that repetition is not allowed or without repetition, if it says what? We have the first one is what? It has what? 4 options. As the second what? One is already used. What it has? He has what? 9 options at the second case. As the third case, since 2 numbers or 2 digits already taken, what remains? That means what? 8. The next one is what? What remains? That is 7. So the value becomes what? The product of this one. This becomes what? That means 4 times 9 times what? 8 times what? This is what? 7. Which is equal to 36 times what? This is 36 times 56. You have to calculate this one. That means 56 times what? 36. If repetition is not allowed. 6 times 6 what? That is 36. We have 3. 5 times 6 what? 30. We have 3. That is 33. 3 times 6 is what? That is 18. We have 1. 3 times 5 what? That is 15. We have what? That is 16. Take the result. This is 6. 3 plus 8 what? That is 11. 3 plus 6 is what? 9. We have 1. That is 10. We have 2. The possibility you have what? 2016. If repetition is not allowed. If not allowed. The other one, it says that a fair dice is 12-sided. Figure face number 1 to 12 is to be rolled once. ስንት face አለው ማለት ነው? 12 face አለው ማለት ነው. What is the probability of the rolling the number that is not what? 4, 6 and 11. That means if we asked the probability of number which is not 4, 6 and 11 means what? What are the numbers? 1 up to 12 is the first one. Here we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 is here we have. This is the sample space here we have. This is the sample space. So our event is what? The event that we want to find its probability what? Except what? Except 4, 6 and 11. So that means what? We can take here is 1, 2, 3. We don't consider 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can't consider 11. And last one we consider what? 12. So what the event we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The numbers are what? That is 1. Here is 2. Here is 3. Here is what? 5. Here is 7. Here is 9. 8, sorry. 9, 10, and 12. Their number is what? That is 9. So probability of this, which are not what? Which are not 4, 6, and 11 is equal to what? Probability of our event is equals number of the event here we have. Divided by what? Number of the sample space S. Number of our event is what? That is 9. Number of sample space, that is 12. So we cancel by 3. 9 by 3 is what? That is 3. By 3, 3. 12 by 3 is what? That is 4. So the value or the probability that rolling number that is not 4, 6, and 11 is what? That is 3 over 4. Or simply you can consider options. Or we can say that the number of what? The probability that is not considered was that 1, 2, 3. So the total number is what? 12. So subtract that one. 12 minus 3 is what? That is 9. 9 over what? Simple. That means 9 over 12. Simply, which is equals what we obtained there. That is 3 over 4. Simply by subtracting that, we don't want to find their probability. That means what is the probability of what? Rolling a number that is not 4, 6, and 11 means what? Their number is what? This is 3. So you have to subtract from the total sample space, that is 12 minus 3. You have 9. That means the probability of that is not 4, 6, and 11 is 9 over 12. 9 over 12 means what? That is 3 over 4. The next question says that a container contains what? 48 liters of water. If 5% of the water in the container is what? Is used, how much water is left in the container? We asked how much left. So if you want, what is the total liters that is used is what? That means 48 times what? 5%, which is used water, which is equal to 5%. This means this is equal to what? 48 times what? 5 over what? That is 100. By 5, this one is 1. By 5, this one is what? 20. So by 2, this one is what? 48 by 2, that is what? 24. 20 by 2 is what? That is 10. Which is equal to 24 divided by 10 is what? That is 2.4. You have. This is used water. What is the total number? That is 48. So which is left? Water left in the container. Left in the container is equals what? Total water present in the container, that is 48 minus what? 2.4. What? Well, this is equal to 48. 48 minus that is 2.4. So this is 0.0 is. By take 0 minus 4 is it impossible. Take 8 gives 1.4. This 10 0 it becomes what? 10. 10 minus 4 is what? That is 6 point. This is 7 minus 2 is what? That is 5. Here what? 4. It becomes what? 45.6, which is equal to 45.6. The choice what? That is A. Or you can consider also which is used what? Only 5%. Yes. So you can take what? Water which is not used is equal to what? 48 times what? 95% is not used. You have to multiply this one. Or you have to consider this. This implies what? This implies 48 times what? 95% means what? 95 over what? 100. If possible, you can simplify this one. This is by 5. What is that? By 5, that is 19. This is by 5. What? What? This is 20. This is by 4. What? What? This is 5. This is by 4. What? What? This is by 4. That is 12. If that's so, this becomes what? This is 19 times 12 divided by what? 5. 2 times 9 is what? That is 18, 1. 2 times 1, that is 2, we have 1, 3. 1 times 9 is what? That is 9. 1 times 1 is what? That is 1. This becomes what? 8, 2, and 2. 200 what? 228. This is equal to 228 divided by what? That is 5. When we divide this one, this is 228 divided by 5 means what? We take from these 2. 22 divided by 5 is that? That is 4. 4 times 5, that is 20. This is 20. So 2 minus 0 is what? That is 2. We take what? 8. 28 divided by 5 is what? That is 5. Yes, it is 5. 5 times 5, that is 25. When subtract 8 minus 5 is what? That is 3. This is 2 minus 2, that is 0. What remains? Take here point. If you take point, we take what? 0. 30 divided by 5 is what? That is 6. We get the same result what we did. This is equal to 45.6. The same solution we obtained. So ምን ማድረግ እንችላለን? የተጠቀሙት 5% ነው ከውሃው ከተባለ ያለንን የውሃውን መጠን በ5% አባዝተን ከቶታሉ ከ48 ላይ ስንቀንስ እናገኛለን ማለት ነው። ወይም 5%ን ከተጠቀሙት ውሃውን ስንት ይቀራል ማለት ነው? 95% ይቀራል ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ 95% ሲባዛ ቶታል ያለውን ዋተር ኮንቴነር ውስጥ ያለውን ውሃ ስናባዛ የምናገኘው ምን ይሆናል? የቀረውን በዚህ አይነት መንገድ ማግኘት እንችላለን ማለት ነው። You have to use any possibilities that you have. The other question says that the length of a rectangle is what? That is 3 units more than what? Its width. Let's consider. This is a rectangular figure. Here we are. Let's say this one is width. Let's say this one is what? Length. So it says that length is equal to what? 3 more means what? That means 3 plus what? Its width. If the width is increased by what? Now the width increased what? The width increased by what? 4 units. 4 plus what? W from the previous one. This is a new, let's say new width. And the length is decreased by what? 2 units. Let's say new length is equal to, this implies what? Decreased by what? 2. That means L minus what? That is 2. It is reduced by this one. Then its area will increased by 10 units. That means area of what? The new one is equal to what? Increased by 10 units means what? Area of the old one plus what? That means 10 more units. So what is the length of the rectangle? We asked the length of the rectangle. If you have this one, how can you interrelate this one? The area of the original figure is equal to what? Length times what? Width. This implies that what's the length? Length is what? 3 plus W. So this means what? 3 plus W times what? This is W. Here we have. Times this W. This is the area of what? The old one. Similarly, the area of the new one is what? Which is greater than by what? 10 from the previous one. So this is the area of the new is equal to width of new times what? The length of what? The new one. It's equal to what? 4 plus what? W times what? This is times this L minus what? That is 2 times this one. But this new one is what? Greater than by 10 from the original one is, which implies what? You have to equate them. You have to equate them. This implies that area of new is equal to what? The area of the old one plus 10, which implies 4 plus what? 4 plus W times what? This is L minus W. What is L? We express L in terms of W, which is equal to what? That means W plus 3 minus what? This is 2. Is equal to the area of what? The old one is what? This is area of, this is what? 4 plus W. This one is equal to the area of the old one is what? This is W into what? 3 plus W times what? Plus what? That is 10, sorry. This is plus 10. Then what this is implies what? 4 plus this w times what? This is w plus 1 is equal to, this is w square plus what? 3w plus what? That is 10. This is 10. When it comes here, w times w is what? This is w square plus 4 times w, 4w, w times 1, that is 1w, it becomes what? 5w plus what? This is 4 is equal to w square plus what? 3w plus what? That is 10 here. What? This is w, sorry. We cancel this w by w, yes, what? 5w plus 4 is equal 3w plus 10. So let's collect 5w's together. That means 5w minus 3w is what? That is 2w is equal to, that means w means its width. 10 minus 4 is what? That is 6. So what is the width? W is equals what? 6 divided by 2, that is 3 units. But we asked what? To find what? The value of what? L. We say that L is equals what? The width plus what? 3. It is greater than by 3. This means 3 units plus 3 units. That means what? 6 units. The unit of what? The length is, that is 6 units. So the choice is what? That is C.
Or we can use this option
to compare in contrast by drawing what? Two rectangular figure if you want. Let's say L is equal to what? 3 plus what? W. So here we have a rectangular figure. Here we have. Here is length, here is width. So the area of this figure is equal to what? This is length times width. When we express in the form of what? L, since we asked for what? To find the length, so it is better to express W in terms of L. This means L times what? W means what? That means L minus, that is 3. Here we have. This is the area. Similarly, this is the new one. The new rectangular figure. The width is what? Increased by what? 4 units from the previous one. This means W plus what? That is 4. But its length is decreased by 2. That means it becomes what? L minus 2. But its area will increase by 10, yes? Therefore, this means area of the previous plus 10. Its area, this one. What the area for this? The area, this one is what? Length minus 2 times what? This, the width plus what? 4. Here we are. So, we can compare and contrast them. Which implies what? This is equal to, this is area of new. Area of new one is what? Length minus 2. Yes. Width plus 4 is equal to what? The area of the old one is what? That means A. That means L into L minus what? That is 3. Plus what? It is greater than by 10. So we have to add 10 here. What does imply? This implies what? L minus 2 into L. W means what? In this case we have L minus what? That is 3. This is L minus 3 plus what? 4. We have to insert this one. This one instead of what? W for this case. For this case. What for? This is equal to what? L times L is what? That is L square minus L times L is what? L square minus what? 3L. This is plus what? That is 10. What for? This implies L minus 2 times what? L minus 3 plus 4 is what? This is L plus what? That is 1. Which is equal to L square minus 3L plus what? That is 10. What for? When we simplify this one, L times L is what? L square. L times 1, L. Minus 2L times 1, minus L. Minus 2 times 1 is what? Minus 2. Which is equals L square minus, this is 3L plus what? That is 10. Now we cancel this L square by L square. Yes, what remains? This implies what? Negative L plus here is 3L is equal to what? Let's take this negative 2 to the right side. It becomes what? 10 plus what? That is 2. Negative L plus 3L is what? This implies 2L. 2L is equal to what? 10 plus 2 is what? That is 12. What the value of L? This means divide both sides by 2. L is equal to what? 6 units. This implies 6 units. So from the given choice, which one is the correct choice? The choice is C is what? The correct one, which consists the value of its length. ስለዚህ ምንድነው የምናደርገው? ኤሪያ ማለት length times width ስለሆነ length times width እንላለን ማለት። length ግን ምን ይላል እዚህ ጋር 3 units more ማለት በ3 ዩኒት ከዊድዙ ይበልጣል ነው። ስለዚህ የመጀመሪያው ሬክታንጉል ፊገራችን ይሄ ይሆናል ማለት ነው። length times width ሲሆን የተጠየቅነው ግን length ስለሆነ widthን ምን ማድረግ አለብን ማለት ነው? in terms of length ኤክስፕረስ እናደርገዋለን ማለት። ለምን in terms of width ከሰራን የዊድዙን length ፈልገን እንደገና 3 ልንደምር ነው። ያ ከሚሆን ቀጥታ የሌንግዙን length ወይም ደግሞ እርዝመት ለማግኘት የሬክታንግሉን length ለማግኘት ቀጥታ ምን እናደርጋለን ማለት ነው? wውን ወይም widthን in terms of L ኤክስፕረስ እናደርገዋለን። it has such area ይኖረዋል ማለት ነው። የአዲሱ ሬክታንጉላር ፊገር ምን ይላል? ዊድዙ በ4 ተጨምሯል፣ ሌንግዙ ግን በስንት ቀንሷል? በ2 ቀንሷል ይላል። በ2 ሲቀንስ ኤሪያው ከመጀመሪያው ከነበረው ኤሪያ በስንት በልጧል ይላል? በ10 ይላል። ስለዚህ የመጀመሪያው ኤሪያ ላይ ምን እናደርጋለን? 10 እንደምራለን ማለት ነው። የዚህ የአዲሱ ኤሪያ ምን ይሆናል? ሌንግዝ -2 ታይምስ ዋት ዊድዝ +4 ይሆናል። በዚህ አባስተን የምናገኘው መጀመሪያ ላይ ከነበረ ሬክታንግል ኤሪያ በ10 ይበልጣል ይላል። በ10 እንዲበልጥ እናደርጋለን። ይሄን እናገኘን ማለት ነው። ይሄን ካገኘን በኋላ ሪአሬንጅ እናደርግ the value of L is equal to 6 unit ነው። the choice C is the correct answer. Now let us consider the next one. Which one of the following is necessarily true about any real number x and y where x is less than 0 and 0 is less than y? What does imply? This implies that x is less than 0 and y is what? Y is greater than 0. This means, what does imply? X is negative, but y is what? That is positive. Here we have. If that's so, which one of the following is correct? Y minus x. Since y is positive, x is negative, so it becomes what? Y positive, negative times minus negative, it becomes what? The x value positive. So, the value becomes what? Y minus x is what? That is positive value. Whether it's absolute or without absolute, also the same result. But it says that y minus x. This y minus x what? This is positive. When you multiply by negative, it becomes what? The result becomes negative value. This is negative. So this is not the correct one. It is not equivalent. When it comes to this one, x minus y. X is what? X is that is negative minus y, it is negative, then the result becomes what? Negative, it becomes what? Positive. So this implies what? X, this is negative, y, this is negative. When multiply both by negative, it becomes what? Positive. So this one is what? The correct one. This is correct. Check. When it comes to here, y plus x is less than 0. We don't know the exact value of y, the exact value of x. When you take that, y is less than x, for instance, in magnitude. Let's take y is equals what? That is 2. Let's take x is equals what? Negative what? Negative 3. So 2 plus negative 3 is what? Less than 0. Similarly, take the reversed one. Y is equals what? That is 2 and x is equals what? Negative 1. When you take their sum, 2 plus negative 1 is what? 1. 1 less than 0, it is impossible. Y plus x is greater than 0, as we did here, it is impossible. So the correct answer for this one is what? B. This is B.
Please subscribe, share and like our channel.